Every time you resist the trauma bonded urge to reach out to the narcissist, you teach your nervous system that you can do this. You teach yourself that you can ride the wave out, experience the pain, experience the craving without having to act on it. When you're trauma bonded to a pathological abuser like a narcissist, a psychopath, or a similar personality, your nervous system fundamentally through that cycle of abuse and repair has been conditioned to see them as the only person that can relieve your pain. Because while they were the ones that were causing the pain, they were also the ones that were taking it away. It's like they're setting you on fire and then wrapping you in a safety blanket, setting you on fire and then wrapping you in a safety blanket. And that conditions you on a pretty fundamental, primal level to feel that they are the person that gives the relief, that they are the person that eases the pain, regardless of the fact that they're the ones causing it. And resisting the trauma bond can be one of the hardest types of addictions to break. And it's also often referred to as the Herculean bond because of how incredibly difficult it is to resist. And because I would honestly say a narcissist or a psychopath is the most addicting substance known to man, as is the intermittent reinforcement pattern that we get put through in these relationships. Where it's like in the beginning, they lavish you with love, affection, attention, and praise in order to get you used to them having to validate you. And then they slowly, systematically start turning the tables by withdrawing all of that love, affection, and attention and intermittently becoming cruel, withholding, abusive. And then the pattern degrades to the point that it's like you get stuck in this cycle like a rat on a wheel where it's like you try, you don't get anything. You try, they're cruel. You try, nothing. You try, you get what you want. You get the love and affection that you got in the beginning. And then they withdraw it again. You try, you don't get it. You try, you don't get it. You try, you don't get it. You try, you get it, right? This is the intermittent reinforcement loop that they put us through. And every single time, once you've left your pathological abuser, every single time that you're able to resist that desperate, addicting urge to reach out to them, to turn to them to soothe your pain, which, by the way, it's also very common when you're recovering from narcissistic abuse. If you go through any kind of hardship or pain, that you automatically have a craving or an urge to reach out to the narcissist because of the cycle that I've explained. Every single time you resist that, you rewire your neural pathways. You teach yourself that you can have the feelings and not act on them. And over time, those cravings reduce. And this is why it's also really important that you're doing that work to break the cognitive dissonance and see the manipulation, the person and the manipulation ship for what it really was. Because it's also really important that we heal and process in the right frame. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced this. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissistic abuse educator and a narcissistic relationship recovery coach. Make sure you hit follow and you can book a session with me through the link in my bio.